guys. Oh god, I can't start with hi guys. Hi everyone, welcome back to Travel by Meg, my little travel blog video channel. So I'm doing this really backwards because I've already filmed what I bought out there. So in that part of the video, I'm going to be a lot more tanned. But I've been meaning to film actually the trips. But anyway, I'm going to run through because I went to Australia for Christmas and New Year, and that was an experience. I literally flew across to the other side of the world, and it is so far. Like, I'm talking from someone who's done it. I know everyone says, oh, it's far. Yeah, it is just further than you'd even think. I actually wrote a little diary while I was out there. I wrote on each page what I did, but I will put a blog, like an actual itinerary on my blog, so I'll put all the links for the places and stuff. But you got to remember this trip, because it was Christmas and New Year, some things were specific like for that time of year, so I'll try and be transparent and try and like put the most suitable things for if you was just doing a trip in general as well. So I flew on the 21st of December. So obviously this is their summer and it was our winter, and it was freezing when I left the airport. What made you want to go and how did the trip come about? The main reason I went, to be honest, is because my two best friends were going to be there. So I didn't want to get FOMO. No, and I'd always thought if I ever do go to Australia, genuinely, the only reason I would go is to experience like a hot Christmas. And it was obviously away from my family for Christmas, which was sad, but I just thought if I don't do it now, I don't know if I'll ever do it again. So I thought, let's just do it. Did I use a company or plan it myself? I planned it all myself, and I did it split actually. So I flew to Brisbane first. So I did 3 days in Brisbane and then I went on to Sydney. Did I need vaccinations? No, I didn't have any vaccinations. I didn't really do, I know I went to the zoo, but I didn't really do any of that Whit Sundays or the East Coast tour. So I wasn't in many remote areas, if that makes sense. Yeah, so my travel day. So I got dropped off to Heathrow and then I flew to Doha, which was 7 hours to Doha. And then from Doha to Brisbane was another like 13 hours, like 12 and a half, 13 hours. So yeah, I think I had like a 3-hour layover. So I had a bit of time to stretch my legs. So by the time I landed at Brisbane, it was the 22nd of December and I met my friend. The Ridges South Bank Brisbane. So that was really nice. I really liked Brisbane. I feel like it was Canary Wharf vibes. That's the best way I can explain it. Obviously jet lag is a big part as well. I was knackered, but we had to stay awake so that we didn't notice it. It didn't even work anyway. I woke up at 5 AM the next day, and then that was the zoo day. And I had the best time ever at the zoo, honestly. That was the bucket list of mine, to be honest, for going to Australia, to go to, it was Steve Irwin's Australia Zoo. And then you get to where the kangaroos are, and they're like just roaming free, you can feed them. So we fed some kangaroos. They were not as big as I thought they were going to be. These ones weren't too big. We went to where the koalas were. It's really cute, the koala sanctuary, because it's like they had like 4 trees and like 2 koalas on each tree, and then there's around the edge of where their like enclosure bit is, you've got like mist to keep it really humid in there for them. We weren't allowed to hold them, but we just stroked them. There were the 2 things I really wanted to see: a koala, and I wanted to see a koala and a kangaroo, and snakes, but I didn't see a snake in the wild. I saw a snake at the croc show, the famous crocodile show. So you sit in the crocoseum. I've posted a lot of stuff on my TikTok, on my Instagram actually, of the things I saw, because there's so many things. I took so many photos and videos. And then from there we explored in the evening. There's a famous Sky Bar, but a lot of things actually out there shut really quite early. Like it was shut by like 10. In London, like just start popping off. So that was a bit frustrating because we got there quite late. And that was our last day really in Brisbane, because the next day we had a small internal flight from Brisbane to Sydney. And then when we got to Sydney, my friend Lucy was going to go stay with her family, and I was going to meet my other friend who had been doing the East Coast tour. I was staying in a hostel in Sydney actually, Sydney Wake Up Central, which is a good location to everything. But I'd gone from the hotel to the hostel. I'm not being bougie, I'm just saying. And met my friend and all the people she'd met on her tour that evening for like a little mini Christmas Eve dinner. For the countdown for Christmas Day, when we got back to the hostel that night, there was like a sidebar thing. Basic bar, did the job. We just saw the Christmas Day in. FaceTime my family, because obviously it was still daytime for them. It was their Christmas Eve, but I'd just turned Christmas. And then the next day was obviously Christmas Day. So Christmas Day we got up quite early. We went to Bronte Beach. When I tell you, packed. I mean, obviously it's going to be packed for Christmas, but honestly, this was so busy. Like, you couldn't even see the beach because it was just packed of people, and Christmas hats and red bikinis. That's all you could see. But that was cool. It was crazy. It's definitely an experience. The DJ, like music. The only thing that there was literally no signal there, so it was quite nice though, like off your phones all day, just taking it all in really. Some people were going in the sea. I didn't. It was freezing. The next day was Boxing Day, so we'd planned to go to the races Boxing Day. I was still super jet lagged, so I actually woke up super early, like 5:30. That's early for me. That's early. And got myself ready, and I got an Uber and I went to Bondi Beach because I hadn't been Bondi yet on my own, and it was obviously empty, and just sat and I watched some of the surfers, and I was just had a McDonald's breakfast. And yeah, just chilled for a bit, and I FaceTimed my family because my Boxing Day morning was their Christmas Day dinner. So I spoke to them. It was bittersweet, so I was like, oh, I'm speaking to them, but then I was like, oh, I miss you, happy Christmas. I had a nap, I ended up falling asleep on the beach, and I woke up and it got so busy. Like Bondi Beach, of course, on Boxing Day, it was rammed, and I was like, oh, I better get going, I've got to get ready for the races. And also, I know, like Bondi Rescue, obviously they filmed that there, so I did see the Bondi Rescue there, and the boat, and they go around on the little carts, and then they've got the little bit that I don't know how to explain it. It's on stilts. It's like their little hub. And then what did I do on the 27th? Oh yeah, so on the 27th, I met my other friend who was with her family. I hadn't even seen Sydney Opera House yet either, so we also walked to Sydney Opera House. That was cool. I say cool, that was so surreal. Like you turn around the corner and it's so big. Like you just walk up and it's just there. And you're like, that's actually such a landmark in the world. And obviously you got the Sydney Harbour Bridge right next to it. My friend's brother picked us up and we went to the Blue Mountains. So that was quite a drive away, but it was really cool. We still made the most of it. Not far from where the Opera House is, you've got the boats that go to Manly Beach. It's not far, it's like a little island. We did more shopping there. They had some like market stalls, that was nice. Went to a place called Gander. Girls, Gander is a good place for shopping if you go there. And Cotton On and the other one. They've got Betty's Burgers there. Very nice. Really cute packaging. Betty's Burgers had some of them. This is so cool. That evening we were going to an outdoor cinema to see Wicked because I hadn't seen it yet. Sorry, this is so random. There's literal bats, like just bats circling the sky. I thought, oh, is this like a Wicked element? No, they're just there, just circling the sky. I found a Pilates class, and I did a Pilates class out there. That was really good. It was in a place called Surrey Hills. I found a Turkish lahmacun place, and I had a lahmacun. It wasn't as good as the ones in England, but it did the job. When we went to the Sydney Opera House, a bar, like they have a bar there. It was so busy because a lot of people had come down for New Year, so everyone was in the area. It was like sunset time, and the bridge looked so lovely, and we just had some good cocktails, drinks, music. The vibe was really good there. And then that night we went to the Sydney Tower, so at Westfield, so it's like a viewpoint of the whole of Sydney. So we done that. I was really nervous. I don't know, I got really anxious and nervous. It was so high and it's really narrow up, and then it's like a ball on top. So I was just, I don't know, really deeped it. I was so scared, but it was nice. Had some cocktails that evening, and then obviously the next day was New Year's Eve. Did the walk from Bondi to Coogee. It was really good. We did it. I was so proud of us, me and my friend. It's a really pretty walk. You see a lot like a coastal walk. Me and both my friends, we all ended up going to a place called Dudley Page Reserve for the New Year's Eve fireworks, which was really nice. It was more family vibes. Like, it was family and some drinks and stuff, but it wasn't as crazy as down by like next to the Opera House in Sydney Harbour. So we was at like a viewpoint of it, so a bit further away, but you could see it. And that was really cool. So that's where we saw the new year in. And that pretty much was my time in Australia. And I had a really good time. I'm glad I've done it. I do feel like it's the sort of place, now I've done it, I don't know if I'd go back. But obviously the way I did it, I didn't do Whit Sundays. And if I ever did go back, it would be more to do like an East Coast tour or like a tour of the beaches. But yeah, it was a far way to go for not too long. Obviously I was only there for like literally like just over 2 weeks, but I'm glad I've done it. It's worth going if it's somewhere you want to go, but it's not much culture in my opinion. Like if you like culture trips like Thailand, Bali, things like that, I don't think it's got that to it because there's so many English people there. You don't feel like you're far from home at all, which is maybe a good thing and a negative if you want the culture. So that's my opinion on the place. I'll put in the video now of all the things I got. What did I get in Australia? So I'm going to go through everything I got because I love a haul. Steve Irwin Zoo. So first up, I went to the zoo, Steve Irwin Zoo. So this was the visitor guide you got. And this was in Brisbane. This was so fun. This was my highlight, to be honest, of the trip. I love animals. This was the whole park. Remember the zoo, I got a couple little bits. I actually got this t-shirt. Australia Zoo. Little magnets as well because I thought they were super cute. Australia Zoo. And a blue one. I thought they were really nice. Magnet, crikey. You know, he says crikey. Got this one. I got this. It's just really cute. I just feel like I had to get it. I probably didn't, but it's just too cute not to get. When I went to the markets, I just picked up some random bits and bobs, so gifts for family members and stuff. So I got, well, this one wasn't, this was for me, but I got a luggage tag because I don't think I'm ever going to go that far again. So I thought, I'm just going to get a luggage tag. So it says kangaroo on it. Magnets, I always get magnets for the family or for me. Like, it's typical. I get a magnet wherever I go. These are so cute. These are literally, I love these. They're loads of little koalas flip onto things. So like you could just put it on, I don't know, on your curtain thing. I love Australia, and it's holding a little boomerang. At the market, I also got some soap because, random I know, but they smell so good. It says on it, always made in Australia. Oh yeah, on the way to Sydney, I'm doing this all jumbled up anyway, but from Brisbane to Sydney, went to the airport and it was Christmas Eve, but they had the Boxing Day sale on. So I got, right, Vegemite, okay? You wouldn't even know what this is. Pyjama shorts. And I just think it's the cutest thing ever. And how cute are they? And how cute is that packaging? Because, yeah, just really cute little. So these are my UGG slippers, right? I got these here in the UK for Christmas, like from mum. They were so hard to get, I think. I looked to get another pair everywhere. I could not find anywhere. And I was in the UGG shop and I found them. So I actually bought myself another pair because when they get fully ruined where I can't even wear them anymore, I got myself a new pair. As I said, we went to the outdoor cinema. We went to see Wicked and Garnier was sponsoring it, I think. So we got free hair products. So this is the banana hair drink, which I haven't used yet. I'm going to use it. And the vitamin C brightening serum. That is for anti-dark spot action. So that's for your face, vitamin C. Okay. So yeah, some little freebies we got. That was pretty cool. This Australia top. I thought that was really cute. My friend got it first and I saw it and was like, I love that. I'm going to go find it. And I was like, Ellie, I had to get the same as you. I actually got a mini Vegemite because why not? I met a girl who was from Istanbul actually, and she had a jewellery shop with like all Turkish eye things. And I bought this for myself. Her name was Cemile. Shout out to Cemile. Bringing the Turkish eye goods. Ganda is the name of it. And I got this jumper, which is so cute. And Ganda give you like, you know, like a nice bag. Instead of a shopping bag, you can choose a bag. And I got this one. I got that in grey and in black because I loved it. And then I got brown and beige in a bit of different style. So yeah, so I got some classic chicken salt, which my friend recommended, and I was like, well, I've got to get it then. It's actually really nice. You can put it on chips. It's just seasoning, basically. And everything bagel seasoning, which I can't find here, and I saw it, and I've heard a lot about it on TikTok. So I've got everything bagel seasoning as well. But these, my cousin tried these yesterday. Like this. Actually really long. But yeah, really nice little like wafer biscuits, nice little cup of tea. That's what I was thinking. Never seen that before, so I thought, give that a go. Unreal. Ate loads of this on the plane, loved it. Got some key rings as well as the magnets because can't go wrong with a key ring. They're really cute. I got these on Manly Beach as well. I felt like Australia was much cheaper than England as well. I know people say it's really expensive over there. Compared to England, it's actually not. I got this really cute like cover up. Cute. And also this Lululemon water bottle, which I took everywhere, and I actually drunk so much, and I'm so glad I took it because it was super hot out there. And it genuinely does keep your drink cold. Yeah, had the best time ever. Yeah, if you've watched this whole video, thank you. I'm really grateful, and yeah, hopefully see you in the next one. Thank you, bye.